You are alive. All right, I want to talk about cryptocurrency and why I've invested some pennies into it on the low end of things where everybody can get in. Uh, Property taxes cost money. Uh, and it's not the value of production of the property that it's based on. It's the value that the people who have worked some other place in the globe bestow upon it for their second home. They don't like the weather. They don't like the cold. They don't get out here and play in the cold. They go to Florida to their first home. And we have people complaining in this nation about this and that and all these inequalities and the decentralization of the crypto atmosphere is exactly the focus of the crypto atmosphere that brings a market of global cohesion to where there was none. And they're decentralized in boards of political influence because they're spread out amongst all the people. Now, later, after people established the uses of the crypto, which has just awakened me to thinking about real estate investment platforms. I'll say it because I'll be able to get in on you guys' real estate investment platforms if we ever get this tanker down turned around. But the crypto, I'm encouraging every one of my neighbors or anybody who hears my voice to participate in. I don't want to make it a real long winded video, but I want you to understand it is so that your real world doesn't outrun the digital assets are going to be. I love gaming. I'm a gamer. I spend more time in gaming. Well, now that I did spend a lot of time when I was healing up and a lot of downtime. And if I didn't have a home, I'd have a whole lot more of that. If I was just paying rent every day, I'd just go to work and then I'd game all day because that gaming is me. That's not nothing. It's actually something. And strategies of gaming and stuff, I guess they kind of come natural after so long. I'd like to take on a group of people in a new game, new controls. That'd be wild. No, not changing and messing up controls that people have already learned how to operate like machinery. You stick to a standard when you uh, do controls on machinery. That Baco implement, I have no idea where you guys come up with that, but it's pull it in, push it out. The arm, pull it in, push it out, right or uh, right, left, whatever it is. I don't know, but you got to have a standard. It's dangerous not to have a standard. How are we going to operate in space if we don't have that standard, right? And those standards were established, and having different formats of controllers and stuff is dangerous. Not training people using the PlayStation, Nintendo, or your own alternative gaming system is stupid. They did like maybe one or two good games in there, and that's all I seen come out of. It's kind of worthless for them to go to school. That's all they're teaching them. What they did in this remote learning, because the teacher was only hour point five a week, unless we solicited it from them. Then when we solicited it from them, we was being a nuisance, and it was, "What do you want? What do you need?" Yes. Uh, Something for the time we're investing. I told them that 2 o'clock in the afternoon was not the time. Anyhow, cryptocurrency people, You got to have cryptocurrency. We got to escape this government, and it's decentralized. We got to escape and outgrow the monetary system of the government so we could sustain the government that's become burdensome in the United States. They do nothing but force people to associate with each other through these compulsory attendance systems. They facilitate these compulsory attendance systems with skewed political partisanship being implemented over and over and over. It's just nothing but a bunch of scrambled damn eggs telling us how to live. First off, you don't do gay parades in the streets all summer long. You don't expedite your orientation on the streets. If I was about to tell you if I had money, I'd tell you what I'd do, but you guys wouldn't like it. It'd be just counterculture to what you guys are parading out here. Why would my niece, when she was, how old was she? I think she's 11, have any knowledge of her teacher's orientation? Because there's a predator in the school, and I wasn't a parent at that time. They wouldn't. I couldn't go up there and say something. I wasn't a parent. I couldn't say that's disgusting that your elementary school teacher has a pronoun related to her sexual orientation is posted to herself. Her description to the class is, I'm gay, I got sex, I take it right here, or I give it right there. Their orientation is broadcast to the whole school. Why would my second grade niece, or whatever it was, I mean, she was young, she didn't need to know the orientation of the cunt-licking teacher, the scissoring teacher. Who would need to know that? Why would they need to know that? Why would my niece know that? I wasn't a parent then. I didn't think I didn't. I should have went to a meeting and said, look, why is there a pronoun or whatever you want to attach to the child? That's why we have to outrun government, because the bipartisan political sphere is controlled by the concerned interest, and it's that mentality that leads to these bureaucracies trafficking children through getting access at the schools through counselors and whatever kind of queer mechanisms they have. When we catch them doing something wrong to the children in Watauga County, North Carolina, the school board disavows what the parent has said, and along with law enforcement, disavow what the parent has said about the people isolating the children, predators grooming the children in the schools with the counselors for abduction into the bureaucracies of the foster care system to force young adolescents to live with homosexuals. That's what they do. They mine children to homosexuals using the bureaucracies of the United States government. The government is so weak and inept that they constantly attack us. They don't fucking fortify us against the aggression. They are the aggression in the globe, enforcing on our lives. The concerned pockets of queers and hateful, nasty, vile, disgusting. You can smell it when they walk in a room. Ass sex, nasty bitches have control over the government. That's what the whole fucking country of schools is controlled by fucking predators. crazy women coached all through their academic life, institutionalized, being coached to be pro-homosexual, wants to be an ass kisser instead of a procreator. These people are redundantly diseased and ate up. You're not trying to find the cure for cancer. You're trying to find the cure for gutter slutism. No, older people don't all have damn what's that shit called? Hepatitis A, B, and C. Fucking asshole eaters have hepatitis A, B, and C, kids. So you have to buy a cryptocurrency to protect your assets so you'll be able to afford to, what's that shit called? Pay the ransom that the local county government employees have levied on your property without a warrant or probable, without you doing anything to infringe on anything other than being here. Born here, staying here, government entities going to be cleaned up if they're going to have to remain here. The low rent government employees and the mindset of the fucking queers that come out of the fucking public schools. They'll tell you shit, and then damn 10 years later, you'll find out they were about it. They weren't making a fucking joke. And if they interpret my fucking jokes as doing some shit like what they fucking doing, it's not fucking funny, people. I was trying to scare a boy straight the other day. I told him, I said, when he gets out of prison, there's a girl down there running a halfway house that takes the dildo to him on film. He said, do I have to wait till I go to prison? I was like, motherfucker, get out of here. I'm waiting to tell him the rest of that joke. Anyhow, you got to buy cryptocurrency. You got to have. It's a great system of finance. It's absolutely great because I can go on this computer as soon as I get motivated and find out how, but it's a sunny day. That's why I'm making a video, so I can spend my sunny day doing that instead of fucking figuring out something on this thing. Real world investments as important. I have jobs. I have jobs for hundreds of thousands of you. Yes, they actually pay. Yeah. Why wouldn't they? They got all the fucking money. All you got to do is just really do. I really do. Well, how many people just I got the work lined out for North America. Well, I can't tell everybody that. They'll be like, oh, yeah, I'll give you a hint. Long time ago, they had to take initiatives to outrun other militarized institutions. And the nation formed up these groups of woodsmen, road builders, and not sure people went to the front line, but the whole country went to work. Did the whole country prosper on the same level? Maybe. But over the years, as population was reduced, I don't know, 2 planets worth. We don't need 2 planets worth of people, Mr. Elon Musk, until the other. We're supposed to make production. We don't have any production. Where is your game system miners going out throughout the galaxy? Why are we worried about sending shuttles and shit when we don't send game boxes to go out there and grab on the rocks and asteroids and take them to a centralized jettison part where you get to re-up on your damn next miner. You make a mechanical device that's controlled and you send it up there and it goes and it latches onto a rock, right? Then that rock disintegrates because the miners got it. Then their velocities, they go up there and they sack a piece of the rock. Then you change their trajectory to a centralized location to put it somewhere. Sounds good. Where would we put it? I don't know. I keep thinking we need to mine Venus. So if we mine Venus, and then it seems like you should be able to mine closer to the sun, pull off material. I mean, it's being shot off anyway, isn't it? Or just little resin balls falling around, or what? That's pretty cool. I don't know, man. I don't get enough feedback from these providers, but you have to buy cryptocurrency. If you don't, you have to regulate it, and we need to have the conversation because it seems to be a pretty good idea of a way to finance small gain operations. Now we could put a limitation on but we haven't. It ain't even developed. It's just in its infancy, and it could outrun our real world enterprises. Buy your cryptocurrency while you can. Shiba Inus, where anybody can afford it, man.